Hello there. Welcome back to Grade 11 Business Studies. In this video, we want to look at a question on business operations, and we are going to look at a question paper of November 2023. So we are just going to look at the section where we have business operations. Is obviously named Edison has got 2 marks. So we've got various quality bodies that we can quality control bodies that we can include at this section. That is our 3.1. We've got this SABS, which is South African Bureau of Standards. You can also include the ISO, which is ISO, which is the International Organization for Standardization. So going to another section, you will see that we have the South African Bureau of Standards as the first body that we have. And we know that this South African Bureau of Standards, it is a statutory body. You also see that it ensures the safety, quality, and reliability of products and services in South Africa. So this is the body that we have. So it is a quality control body. Going to the second one, we've got the National Organization for Standardization, which is the ISO. The ISO also, this is a non-governmental organization. We should know that it's a non-governmental organization, and it creates standards to guarantee the effectiveness, efficiency, and quality of goods, services, and systems. So that's the function of the ISO, which is the International Organization for Standardization. So these are the two that we go back to our question to see that our requirement with the question is that they need 2 quality bodies, but you can also include others that you deem are correct. So we go to the second part, which is 3.2, which is outline the advantages of production planning. So before I will outline the advantages, we want to know what is production planning. So you see that production planning is just a process of developing a strategy for production of a company's products and services. So when you are developing a strategy for production, we call it a production plan. So going to other section, we would want also to know what are the advantages. Obviously, when we plan the production, there are certain advantages that we can deduce from that. Remember, uh, there, there will be effective use of our resources or our inputs because we have planned in way to use our resources. No wastages can be unnoticed. So we go to our other section to see what exactly do we have in terms of advantages. The first one is that planning allows business to not live with nothing. It's nothing to do. So this explains the issue of wastage is also a resource. So if a worker is underutilized, it means you are underutilizing the resources that we have, and obviously to lead to inefficiency. So if machinery also is a effect of production, it's also a resource. So we by underutilizing it also it leads to wastages and also inefficiency. So we go to the next point. The second point is saying a business can ensure that it has the correct amount of supplies and stock or inventory. We can ensure that it is correct amount. We need to produce. If it's a producing company or manufacturing company, it means all the supplies which are required at each point of time to produce are there. We only ensure that when we've done our production planning. So this is what we have on the second point. We go to the next point, which is point number 3. Planning will prevent time from being wasted and will increase the number of final products. Obviously, time delays in production won't be encountered. No bottlenecking along the production process. So we go to the next one. The planning process involves quality checks and ensures that the correct quality is reached and that production time is decreased. So by planning, it means we are going to produce within the stipulated time. We are not going to waste time. Delays in production are not going to be noticed. So this is the point that we have. Then improve inventory control, reduces wastage, and unnecessary storage. So on the storage again, when we have planned, it means also we don't uh, reduce the storage that is there. The storage is just planned according to what is required within the production process that we are undertaking. So we have this as our last point. Then I will go to the next question on our question paper. So the next question is saying read the scenario below and answer the questions that follow. So given that scenario, it reads Sajid manufacturers as it is abbreviated in ZM. Sajid manufacturers specialize in the manufacturing of office furniture, that is ZM make use of intermediaries to distribute their products. They use other businesses to sell to consumers in small quantity. So going to our question part now, 3.3. 3.3.1 is identify the type of intermediary used by ZM, but we know that the make use of intermediaries to distribute their products. So it means these intermediaries are the ones that are going to sell the products, they're going to distribute the products. So basically, we see that this is a retailer. So we can refer this as a retailer. So we have our response here as a retailer. That's why ZM as a manufacturer, we prefer to make use of indirect distribution. So this is why ZM as a manufacturer, we prefer to make use of indirect distribution is that ZM is making use of an intermediary for many reasons. It might be the intermediary has got a good image, or the intermediary is already an established business that has built its image in the market. If it's a recognizable image in the market, obviously ZM is going to gain. Is there will be more sales due to the reputation of ZM. So due to the reputation of the intermediary. So this can be also a reason why. So let's try to see in terms of the reasons that we're having according to this video. We go to 3.3.2. The first one is saying the experienced agents or intermediaries deal with customers, which allow business to focus on core issues. So this one is explaining that the ZM manufacturers will specifically concentrate on its core business, and obviously some of the tasks are given to the intermediary, and they concentrate on the main issue of their core business. If they are manufacturing business, they concentrate mainly on manufacturing, and other issues like distribution of product is being done by an intermediary. So this is what we have on this point. Then going to the next point, transportation and storage are taken care of by intermediaries. So intermediaries will be taking care of the activities of transportation and storage, which becomes an advantage of ZM. So we go to the next one. Business do not have to deal with customer complaints, which is also correct. Better market coverage is achieved with using intermediaries. And then intermediaries understand how the market operates. So intermediaries are near the customer, so they do understand what the customer needs, and the operation of the market. They are well versed in that. So we go to the next one. Consumers are often spread across the country. Distribution needs to be widespread as well. So this one is indicating in the form our geographical location of our consumers is throughout the country. So we need some representatives in each different sections. That's how we engage in intermediates. So we have this one, and the last one, indirect distribution does not require a large investment in advertising. So this is actually explaining from the point of view of reduction of costs of advertising. Indirect distribution, we face a lower cost than if we were doing it ourselves as a business. So engaging an intermediary makes us reduce the advertising cost. So we put this one as the last one. Then I will go to the next question that we have. Next question is saying, is 3.4. Describe two categories of consumer goods. But we know that the categories of consumer goods that we have convenience goods, we can have shopping goods, or we can also have specialty goods and sort and goods. These are also some of the categories that we have. So going there, question only requires two categories. So we are just going to confine ourselves to two that are required by the question. Obviously, the question is 6 marks, which means each category is got 3 marks. So we go there and try to see what we have. We have got convenience goods is the first one. Convenience goods, explanation of convenience goods is that convenience goods, these are items that consumers buy often and easily without putting much thought or emotion into them. That's the simple explanation that we have in terms of convenience goods. So all explanation on the answer section, it means consumers are willing not to spend much effort on buying convenience goods because they differ very little in terms of price, quality, and the satisfaction it provides to consumers. So this exactly is we are trying to explain. So we have this one is our first point. And second point, these are low price goods purchased by consumers without much thought. The last point, example of convenient goods, we have got bread, milk, or soft drinks. So these are the examples that we have for consumer for convenient goods. So this is the second category we got shopping goods. So on shopping goods, we know that shopping goods are typical goods that are purchased taking into account comparison of price, quality, etc. So when we have shopping goods, the main characteristics that a comparison is taken into account by consumers or customers in terms of price, quality, and style. Obviously, it's comparison with other goods. So shopping goods here, explanation that we have is saying shopping goods are more expensive than convenience goods. A very important take note that consumers do not buy them regularly just because they are also expensive. So it means they are not bought regular. The next one, they are prepared to spend a considerable amount of time and energy going to various shops until they are sure that they are getting the best value of their money. So which is opposed to convenience goods, which we are saying these ones there is no much thought that takes place on convenience goods. They just buy it without taking into account many respects. But on shopping goods, they take into account that they are supposed to go, move around and compare so that they can make a better decision. So on the last one, examples of shopping goods, we've got television, motor vehicle, and clothing. For clothing, these are some of the examples that we have. We've got television and motor vehicles or clothing as the examples of shopping goods. So paper question only requires two, so we can include convenience and shopping, or we also have services. Services are not tangible. You know that these are intangibles. Services are rendered by service providers to consumers. And then examples of services, we've got guided service, financial service, or transportation service. So this can only be, but according to the question, it only requires two. So you can pick any two that you see deem easier for you to mention. So we're going to this is going to be our last part, discuss the purpose of advertising. So what is the purpose of advertising is very important. So, but obviously advertising is a process whereby we make our customers or clients are aware of our products or services that we are offering. So basically we are telling them the benefits of consuming our products. That is advertising. So what is the purpose of that? That is what we want to see. Let's go to our other section. Obviously, we want our revenue to increase. Obviously, but after advertising, we expect that our revenue is going to go up. So that can be also a purpose of advertising. So going to there, let's just try to see in terms of uh, so 3.5 is saying the purpose of advertising is explained using the AIDA principle. So the AIDA principle, we know that we have got A as standing for attention, I interest, D desire, and A action. So this is the representation in terms of the abbreviation of AIDA. So the purpose of advertising is explained by using the AIDA principle. So that is what we have behind advertising is explained by the AIDA principle. So, when they say the AIDA principle consists of 4 key stages in the advertising process. So, it consists of 4 key stages. So, you see that this is a marketing model that describes a buyer's journey through 4 key stages. So, those are the 4 key stages. We've got obtain. We've got the first one is saying obtain the attention. So remember, attention is part of the abbreviation. Obtain the attention of a potential customer or consumer. Then second one, spark interest in the product or service. We have interest again represented by I, and then develop the desire in the consumer to have what is being offered. Desire we have a D. Then we have an induced action, which may potentially lead to purchasing the product or service, whereby we are having action again represented by A in the abbreviation of AIDA. So this is the last question that we have. Hopefully the video was helpful. Let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 11 business studies. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Until we meet again, goodbye for now.